Enugu to Ilorin. All across Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV. From Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin. All across Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV. From Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin. All across Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV.
Good morning, Nigerians, and you're welcome to News Updates on 24 News Radio TV at Doikiti. 338 Quarrel Church worshippers still held in Ilorin. Coming from the Punch newspaper, Russia threatened total ban on WhatsApp. This is coming from the Vanguard newspaper. And Bobby remain Labour Party member, says Baba Ahmed, coming from the Nation newspaper. Obasanjo to federal government, stop apologizing and negotiating with terrorists. Coming from the Punch newspaper, Guinea-Bissau election results must be announced. Jonathan, coming from the Vanguard newspaper, 37 Kestina kidnapped victims regain freedom after negotiation with bandits, lawmakers. Governor Idris meets Tinubu's over rescue of Kirby schoolgirls, outline security measures. Court order release of 27 houses wrongly seized by EFCC. Jimo Ibrahim's urged Nigerians to support Tinubu's economic security reforms. All right, we'll bring the details of the news, so I will be back from the short break. You're welcome back to the rest of the news. Still on news update on 24 News Radio TV at Doekti. Jimo Ibrahim urged Nigerians to support Tinubu's economic security reforms. Senator representing Ondo South, Jimo Ibrahim, has urged Nigerians to unite behind President Bola Tinubu's economic and security reform agenda, describing the administration's ongoing efforts as crucial to the nation's stability and long-term development. In a statement issued on Friday, the senator said the president's policies on economic restructuring and national security require the collective commitment of citizens if they are to achieve intended impact. Drawing from global military history, Ibrahim noted that the United States has undertaken 469 military interventions since 1798, including 251 between 1999, and the president to underscore the importance of strategic action and safeguarding and national interests. No nation enjoy absolute sovereignty from pandemic to cross-border threats. Alright, this is coming from the Punch newspaper. Jimo Ibrahim urged Nigerians to support Tinubu's economic security reforms. For clarification of the news, you can grab the copy of the Punch newspaper this beautiful morning. Court order release of 27 houses wrongly seized by EFCC. A federal high court in Abuja has ordered the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to immediately release 24 houses wrongly seized by the commission. Justice Joyce Abdulmalik issued the order while giving judgment in a sweet map. The EFCC had on March 13 obtained a ex parte interim forfeit, ordering against the 27 properties which it claimed it acquired from proceeds of unlawful acts. Following its publication of the interim forfeit order, the Punch newspaper on April 4 has ordered the court James Ikechukwu and his company James West African Limited claims ownership of the 26 of the properties, while Adekunle Yabodi Olakode shows interest in the house number 12, Faderinde Close Wuse to Abuja. Alright, this is coming from the Nation newspaper. Court order release of 27 houses wrongly seized by EFCC. For clarification of the news, you can grab the Nation newspaper this beautiful morning. Governor Idris meets Tinubu over rescue of Kebbi schoolgirls outlined security measure coming from the Daily Post, Nigeria. Governor of Kebbi State, Dr. Nasir Idris, on Friday met with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the President Villa, Abuja, to discuss the lingering security challenges and development initiative in the state. In a statement by the special advisor on new media to the governor, Aliyu Banado, the governor expressed his gratitude to the president for the swift action that led to the safe release of the 24 school girls from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, MAGA, last week by armed bandits. During the meeting, Governor provided a detailed briefing on ongoing insecurity in parts of Kebbi, an outline measure being implemented to protect citizens. He also highlighted priority development projects across agriculture, education, and healthcare amid as boosting overall state development. The meeting also focused on proactive steps and federal collaboration to combat insecurity in the state, including strengthening intelligence, sharing rapid response strategies, and joint operations between state and federal security agencies. President Tinubu commended Governor Idris' proactive approach to security management and assured him of continued federal government support to accelerate progress in Kebbi State. The governor was accompanied by the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. Alright, this is coming from the Nation newspaper. Governor Idris meets Tinubu over rescue of Kebbi schoolgirls, outlined security mayor. For clarification of the news, you can grab the Nation newspaper this beautiful morning. 37 Castina kidnapped victim regained freedom after negotiation with bandits, lawmakers. Bandits have released 37 villagers abducted from Bakori local government area of Castina State. After weeks of negotiation that led to a peace argument, a lawmaker, Abdurrahman Kandarawa, has said Kandarawa, who represents Baroque constituency in the state's House of Assembly, said on Friday that the latest release brought the number of freed villagers to 82. He had earlier disclosed that 45 captives were freed under the same peace agreement. Speaking to journalists in Castina, Kandarawa said the villagers held in Sabe local government area of Zamfara state were released without ransom following sustained negotiation with the bandits. Today, through the grace of God, we have finally received our people who were held in captive. Inshallah, they are back and none is left in their hands, he said. Kandarawa emphasized that the bandits had promised to release the captive if the community maintained peace, a commitment they fulfilled. Alright, this is coming from the Punch newspaper. 37 Castina kidnapped victims regained freedom after negotiation with bandits, lawmakers. For clarification of the news, you can grab the Punch newspaper this beautiful morning. Guinea-Bissau election results must be announced, Jonathan. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has said that the incident had occurred in Guinea-Bissau was not a coup, but a stage managed by plot President Umaru Mbalu to thwart democratic governance. Jonathan, who addressed the media in Abuja, said transparent electoral process was hijacked, urging the economic community of West African states to rise up. The former Nigerian leader called on international community to ensure that the results of the Guinea-Bissau presidential election are released and the winner announced in spite of the military's declaration that it is now in charge of the country. Speaking with journalists at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja, Jonathan, who rarely grants unscheduled media interviews, said he chose to break his silence this time to thank Nigeria for the show of empathy during the tense hour of uncertainty in Bissau. Since I left office, I've always been scared talking to the media, he admitted with chuckle. But in this particular case, I decided to speak first to thank Nigerians. Alright, this is coming from the Nation newspaper. Guinea-Bissau election results must be announced. Jonathan, for full details of the news, you can grab the Punch newspaper this beautiful morning. Still on the Punch newspaper, Obasanjo to federal government stop apologizing or negotiating with terrorists. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has rejected calls for negotiation with bandits, insisting that Nigeria must take decisive action and embrace international assistance to confront escalating insecurity. Obasanjo, who spoke at the Plateau State Unity Christmas Carol and Praise Festival held in Jos, the state capital, on Friday, asked the federal government to stop apologizing and negotiating with terrorists. His position comes amid escalating killings, abduction, and other attacks on several communities in the north in recent weeks. On November 21, a total amount of 315 students and 13 teachers were abducted from St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri, Niger State. The abduction came after the terrorists kidnapped 26 schoolgirls at the Government Girls Secondary School, Maga, in Danko, local government area of Kebbi State, on November 17. In the later assault, bandits struck the Palatia community, Erena Ward, local government area of Niger State, abducting 24 people, including pregnant women, from a rice farm. About 20 people were also abducted by bandits in Kano and Kwara between Monday night and Tuesday morning. Alright, this is coming from the Punch newspaper on Obasanjo to federal government. Stop apologizing or negotiating with terrorists. For full details of the news, you can grab the Punch newspaper this beautiful morning. Obi remain Labour Party member, says Baba Ahmed. A former vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Dati Baba Ahmed, on Friday stated that former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi has no left the party. Speaking to journalists after the party's National Executive Council meeting in Abuja, which was observed by officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Baba Ahmed has dismissed reports suggesting that Obi had dumped Labour Party. To the best of our knowledge, our brother, His Excellency Peter Obi, is still a member of the Labour Party. Nothing has changed. If he were here now, I would have shifted my seat to the left for him, he said. Baba Ahmed maintained after the party had survived its internal troubles, adding that the development signalized better days ahead. He also described the INEC's attendance at the meeting as a major boost. The Labour Party has not reduced in any way. We have only increased in numbers, but with the submission of our leaders, the national security, we have gone through rough times, as is usual with political association, and have emerged from it. The highlight and major turning point of NEC meeting is the presence of INEC, which validates the sitting and justifies our presence here. As law-abiding citizens, we strictly go by what the law provides. Alright, this is coming from the Nation newspaper. Obi remains Labour Party member, says Baba Ahmed. For full details of the news, you can grab the Nation newspaper this beautiful morning. 338 Kwara church worshippers still held in Ilorin, coming from the Punch newspaper. The Kwara State government has yet to release the 38 abducted member of the Christ Apostolic Church, Okeshegun Eruku, Kwara State, who regained their freedom last Sunday to their families, friends, on Saturday. It was gathered that the worshippers were being kept in an undisclosed hotel days after completing the medical examination paid by the state government. The freed worshippers were abducted by bandits on November 18 during a special Thanksgiving service in Eruku, Ekiti local government area of the state. Three people were killed while another person sustained gunshot injuries during the attack. The 38 abductees were released last Sunday and taken to Ilorin by government officials. Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak announced their release in a statement issued by Chief Press Security Rafiu Ajakaye. Although the statement did not disclose where or how the citizens were freed, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Payo Onanuga, paid insisting the government merely negotiated with the bandits. However, days after the announcement, the worshippers had still not been reunited with their families. Several relatives told our correspondent that they were becoming increasingly anxious over the day. Alright, this is coming from the Punch newspaper. 338 Kwara Church worshippers still held in Ilorin. For clarification of the news, you can grab the Punch newspaper this beautiful morning. And as we've come to the end of the news updates on 24 News TV radio station.